by my side. Not another nightmare, so vivid I cry like it's real life. Not another failure, I've run out of places to hide.
Hello, my little crafty monsters. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is fabulous. So, in today's fabulous tutorial, we are going to be making these little bad boys here, these Shabby Chic flip tags. And it's actually a swap. So, I know that I've done a flip tag tutorial before. That was a Halloween one. This is a Shabby Chic one. And it's just to give you guys more ideas. I know it's the same thing. I will be doing other types of projects. I know this is kind of a repeat, but like I said, it's just a different theme. And I just decided to show you guys as I was making it because I was already making it. Why not just show you, right? Did that make sense? Because it made sense in my little pea brain. Anyway, so these are the little bad boys we're going to be making. Sorry I didn't have them live here, but they've already been sent out. But I did do this video before I sent them out, so we have a clip. Anyway, so let's get down to business and let's get cracking on the craft table. And I'm going to go ahead and narrate this because I know y'all like to hear me talk. I love that word now. We're just going to use that forever, y'all. Okay? Because we're a little southern. Anyway, so I'm gonna narrate because I know how much you guys love to hear me talk. So stay tuned and I'll see you in a bit, guys. Alright, my little crafty monsters. So right here we just die cut some tags. You could cut out any size you want. I'm going to make this into a shaker card, so I put some foam on the back and I die cut some little circles to make the windows. And I'm also going to make a little jar one. These die cuts are just the borders, and I'm basically just going to cut the bottom of each tag just to give them some sort of an interest, just so that it's not a plain flat bottom of a tag. So we're going to pull out our Sizzix right here, and then we will be putting the tags. I was going to do it on the side, but I decided that I will be doing it on the bottom of all the tags. And it just gives it a little something. So it's not just plain and straight. Not that there's anything wrong with it. So if you guys don't have any of these little borders and you guys just keep your tags just flat and straight, then I mean they still look nice. Just decorate them really good, just layer them, put, you know, whatever you guys like. So right here, this is all I'm going to do is I'm going to choose certain tags that I want for the certain trims in the bottom, and then after we finish doing all of the trims in the bottom, I'm going to run these through some embossing folders to emboss them, to give them more of a texture. So if you guys don't have any die cut machines or even dies to do this, they do sell some scissors that have like zigzags and they have like scallop and stuff like that. You could always use those. They're kind of the old school scissors. This is a background die that I have. It's a long fawn background die, and we are going to cut out the tag just to give it some texture. You'll see right now. I love the way this one looks. Now it has a bunch of little holes, so right here you're just gonna have to poke them all out, because most of the time they don't come out on their own. It's just not gonna make it easier for you. You know how it is. And I like this little quilted look with the little flowers right there. I think it gives them something. So right here, we're going to use our embossing folders. And I'm going to start off with the small ones. I always spray them. Moistening the paper will loosen the fibers so that it won't cut your paper when you run it through the embossing folder. If you guys have had that experience, this is one tip you guys could use to help you not cut through the paper. So right here, we're just doing all of the tags that I want to emboss to give them any kind of texture. And right here, I'm going to let the scallop part, the bottom part, the trim that we cut out, I will let that hang out of the folder so that part does not get messed up in this process. So you'll notice that on some of the tags, I leave it hanging out so it gets untouched. And on this part, you guys could get creative. You guys could do any kind of tags you want, any kind of embossing folders, any sort of theme, any colors. I mean, you guys just think out of the box. You guys just let your imagination just take flight. You guys will amaze yourselves if you just let your creativity take flight. So now we have all our tags the way I want them to look. And then right here, I'm gonna just start laying out stuff just so that I know what tag is gonna be what, how I want it decorated. I love wooden little embellishments, so I'm gonna basically use these on some of the tags. And I think I purchased these at Hobby Lobby. One time when they had all this little section of the wood stuff on sale, I picked up this little package of these little bird cages, and I've actually made some greeting cards out of them. I've used them quite a few in a few projects, and I really like them. So right here, I'm just going to take out some clip art, and the clip art is going to just be basically kind of shabby chic sort of theme. It's not going to be exactly, but you could use what you have and make it into any theme that you want. These are these big sequences, gold circle ones, and I don't really know what those are called. I would just say they're rainbow because they have kind of like different colors to them. But I use these gold ones and the rainbow ones just to give, you know, some pop of color, a different dimension, something different, a different mixed media, basically is what I'm trying to achieve with these big sequences. And then I'm just gonna get the bling and the pearls and all that stuff that go with the Shabby Chic. Now I'm gonna lay out a bunch of stuff on the actual tag on how I want that tag to be decorated. I don't tend to keep them exactly like the way I lay them out sometimes. It just, you know, you just go with the flow. So like I said, I'm just laying out a bunch of stuff. This is not going to be the permanent home for these items, but it will, I just want to get an idea on how I'm going to be decorating these. I'm using a lot of stuff that a lot of my swap friends gave me. This is an embellishment box that was given to me from my friend Catherine, and she made this box for me, so I'm using some of the stuff that she sent me, and some of the stickers are also stickers that I've gotten from other swappers. The button paper clip was from another swapper. And so I just like using things that people give me because it's just something different, you know, something I didn't personally buy. It gives the tag a little extra. So right here, I'm just gonna put some ladybugs where that little jar is, because I'm gonna make that jar look like the ladybugs are inside. And then I went and I got my paper flowers, my paper roses, because you can't have a shabby chic without roses, right? And then right here, I'm just cutting them off of the wire, and I'm gonna put them onto the tags. And I don't know what order they're going to be in, but I like to have the 3 different colors, 1 rose of each color, so it'll be 3 roses per tag. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I really don't know what colors I used. I know that on the bag it said the color. I think one is like a cream color, the other one was like a teal color, and if I'm not mistaken, the other one is a light blue. It's kind of hard for me to tell because, like I said, I'm colorblind, so I'm not 100% sure. However, I think those are the colors it was. And so right here, I'm just taking off more of the roses. And these roses, I'm gonna stick them on with hot glue. So you might want to connect your hot glue gun right here so that it could start warming up. And you have to have some doilies because you can't do shabby chic without doilies, without pearls, without bling, without roses. That just jars, mason jars, that's just shabby chic written all over it. Bird cages, butterflies, you name it. Basically anything that looks kind of girly. Excuse me. So right here, I'm just gonna try to arrange and see what I want for each tag and see basically how I'm gonna decorate it. Right here, I'm gonna put a little doily in the back. I mean in the front and the bottom to give it a little extra something, a little interest to that tag. That doily I really like how that look. I mean, just the little bird cage and the little sequence in the back. And I'm gonna use glue, the hot glue gun here. However, I would recommend that you use a different type of adhesive for that sequence because that sequence is a thin plastic and it was kind of basically melting with the heat of the glue. So later on in the video, when I start putting those sequence onto the tags, you'll notice I'm going to use a different adhesive. You definitely do want to use the hot glue gun for these little wooden embellishments because you want them to stick. You don't want them to get lost somewhere or fall off of the tag. Some tags I'm going to do them very, very elaborate, and on some tags you kind of want to leave them a little simple. Some people like simple tags as well. Not everybody likes elaborate, you know. There is such thing as too much. So we're gonna just keep this one pretty simple. I will add some bling and some glitter here and there later on in the video. We definitely don't show the glitter part, but I do take some Spectrum Norm glitter pin and some stickles as well, and then I put glitter here and there and just give them some sort of sparkle. But like I said on the video, I'm sorry I don't record that part. So you see how I don't really have a plan on how I want this tag to be? I'm just literally going as I go. And right here, I have to put the cage on top of that sequence because it kind of warped a little bit because of the heat. But that's how we basically hide things. So like I said, if you guys want something to stay pretty permanent, the hot glue gun is the best to use. I mean, that's the best that I can say. I mean, either that or the E6000, but that takes a while to kind of cure, so the hot glue gun is instant. And then I'm also going to use that, like I said, for the little paper roses, just so that I don't have any of the paper roses fall off. And they're adhered pretty good. I wanted some color on this tag. Some color and some bling, so I added the glitter washi tape. And that tag is done. Moving on to the next one. So because we ran it through the embossing, sometimes they're a little bit wonky, so I was just straightening it out so that it's not so wonky looking. Doilies really do give a little something to the tags. I don't know. These were little dress form tags that I had made, but it was perfect for the front as a clip art. And then of course we're going to use some of the big O sequins to give it sort of a metallic gold look. And then I just put the mirror on top of that. Right here I'm just putting some lace, because you can't have shabby chic without some lace. It's just the rule of that style. And bling, put the bling. And even though that these are stickers, you guys, you might want to still use like a little hot glue, a strip of hot glue, just to make sure that those are not going to go anywhere. Because they're not being put on paper, they're put on lace. Now, if you notice, I do use a lot of doilies on this Shabby Chic tags. I think they just look nice. Now, if we don't use these doilies for cakes anymore, because that's so 1980s, we definitely could use them on our crafts. So as you can tell, when I'm putting these things together, it might look like I had this plan, but I really don't. I have no plan at all. I really like how a lot of these tags were coming out. I think they just came out really pretty. Very classy, very shabby chic. These are stickers that I got from a swap. I don't remember where I got them, who gave them to me. I am so sorry. If you're watching this video and you sent me these, thank you so much. I always knew I was going to use them. I just didn't know what for. But sometimes when you look into your stash to see what you have, you'd be surprised, because after accumulating so much stuff, sometimes you forget what you have. And finding things like this is basically kind of like finding treasure. It feels almost like you bought something new. Almost. I'm not going to say it feels the same, because it really doesn't. You can't compare the feeling of a package coming in the mail from like eBay or AliExpress or Hallmark.com or anything like that. But basically right here, you're just gonna continue layering stuff. That's basically the key to everything. A key to card making, a key to making tags, a key to making pocket letters, MDC cards, ATC cards. I mean, you name it. It is just really basically about layering and using different medias that really pull a project together. I mean, layering, color coordinating, I mean, it's just, it's not really that hard. It's just really getting the hang of layering stuff and using different medias. And if you think that it doesn't go, just try it. You never know. Think outside the box. Right here, I had used those little butterflies that I had die cut. No, actually, I didn't die cut. What am I talking about? I actually cut those with the Cricut. My Cricut did that because I did a video where I was making some stickers and those were left over. So if you guys want to check out that video on how I made butterfly stickers, head on over to our YouTube channel and there is a video on that. So check it out, guys. This is my little shaker card. I want to go get my sequences, and right here I'm just going to put some of that anti-static powder just to make sure that it is not going to be sticking everywhere. And then I'm putting my sequence in here. And I decided that I'm going to use a different type of sequence because that one was a little too, it was basically a little too chunky. It was regular sequence. This sequence right here is really flat. It has no curve to it or anything. So I decided to use these because I felt it would be better. Because I'm not really doing this shaker card too deep. So there's really not that much room. And so right here, I'm just going to put the backing and then I'm going to put a little bit glue where the hole is at just to make sure that that sticks together. And that tag is basically done. All we have to do is just decorate it from here. I'm going to just use a little bit of lace to dress this little bad boy up. And again, using these little stickers that one of my swapping friends gave me. I'm so sorry, I totally forgot. But yes. And right here, you're just watching me put everything together. The roses, the sequence is already inside my shaker card, so that's part of the decoration too. That's part of a layering. It's a layering. And I really like how this card came out. I feel that it just, I don't know, it just looks really pretty. So that one is done. Then we're going to move on to the next one. So in this swap, we're basically making 12 tags. And in the requirement for this swap, it was basically one shaker card. It was one washi tape oh my God, I can't even talk. Sampler tag. Then it was 2 goodie tags and then a mini tag. And so right here, I'm just doing all the other ones. And then the other remaining 6 tags were basically anything you wanted. Right here, I'm going to make one of these into the washi tape sampler one. So I'm basically cutting some acetate to the width of the little tag and the length that I want. It's basically going to be 4 samples of washi that you have to do on this tag, so that's why it's kind of long. You could basically do anything you want, but this was just my choice, and I just used a double-sided tape to put that together because I want it to be uniform. And then you're going to see how I'm going to put and add the washi tape to this. This is really easy, guys, if you ever need to make a washi tape tag. All I did was I got a tag and I cut it in half Well, I got 2 tags, and then you're just layering them on top of each other. So now you just have that acetate in the middle, and then you're going to get your washi tape, as I went to go do. And then you're going to just start putting the samples. And I like to neatly layer them on top of each other, and I do it like a good, I don't know, 6 or 7 times, which would be equivalent to about 20 inches, 24 inches. And then I'm just going to give kind of samples of different washi tapes that I think are sparkly, and that would be kind of a shabby chic kind of look. So I just stuck with gold and silvers. Also, because you know, sometimes if you guys do washi tape samples, there is times when the washi tapes won't stick to themselves after you've removed them from the roll. So you're going to notice that right here I'm going to put like a clear plastic on top of these just to hold them down and from tangling, you know, with each other. Okay, so maybe I lied. I didn't use all silver and gold. I used another one too. I used another color. But anyway, so this is the washi sample tag. Super simple. And then I'm going to use like a little plastic bag that's going to go over this, and that's going to hold all of that washi together. So I'm just preparing these areas where the plastic's going to be. And I did it in the back so you don't really see it in the front, because I don't really tend to decorate a lot of these ones. I want the whole focus to be on the actual goodie that is in the tag, rather than all the decorations on the tag, if that makes sense. I'm so sorry that I'm out of camera, out of frame. I did not realize that until right now that I'm narrating this video for you. So I apologize about that. And so there you go. That's that little plastic that I put over. It was really simple. All I did was put a little bit of a double-sided tape on the back. And then, like I said, I don't really do that much. I just put a sticker on there, and I think I added a few bling. Right here it was still sticky, so I put some of that anti-static powder to get the stickiness off. And I think that was done with that tag. This is the mini tag. I didn't know what to do with this, so I just added a key, and I'm going to add some roses and a little bit of bling. It's a mini tag, honestly. It's super little, so you really can't do too much with it. I mean, if I really stopped and I put more thought into it, I probably could have did some elaborate tiny little tag, but for the most part I just did this, the key and the roses and some bling, and I actually thought it was cute. So this was it. Now we're here, we're just gonna, you notice how now I'm using the double-sided tape for these sequence circles, and that's because, like I said, the hot glue gun was melting them, so it just wasn't working properly. And right here I'm just gonna use a little wooden camera. Then we'll add some bling and some flower, and right here I'm adding some washi tape. That's part of my bling, because you have to have the glitter. And then adding just a few strips of the pearl. So if you guys do any tags, I want to see what they look like. You guys definitely have to go on to our Facebook, Paper to Masterpiece, and share your creations with me. I would love to see them. Right here now I'm just adding the roses on the top just to give them a little extra. These tags are really coming out cute. So this one I really didn't know how I was gonna do it. I know that in my head I wanted it to look like those little ladybugs were in the jar, but I just didn't know how I was gonna attach that jar to be like a kind of, you know, 3D. So I'm gonna just use some foam adhesive, and I'm gonna hide the foam adhesive in the back of some twine. Right here I'm taking off the sticky part on these little wooden ladybugs, and I'm using hot glue gun just so that they're stuck and they don't go anywhere. Then right here, this is where I'm going to put the twine, and this twine is basically going to work kind of like a masking for the actual foam, the little foam square that I'm going to put. That's going to basically elevate the jar higher so that, you know, it's on top of the little ladybugs. Right here we're using the foam squares, and this is where I'm saying that I'm going to basically hide it. The bottom one is not really hiding, but we are going to cover that so you won't see it. So see how I put the twine on top of that, and I kind of secured it with some of the glue, and that's just so you don't see that adhesive. And then on the bottom I'm going to be adding some flowers, and you won't see that either. It's all about masking, it's all about hiding and covering, giving that illusion. So I really love how this one came out. It came out so cute. Right here, these pearls were struggling to come out. Sometimes things like to fight with me. And there you go. Isn't that one cute? I know, I really like how that one came out. And then right here, we're gonna go ahead and put some bling on the other corner just to give the other corner something. Some of that adhesive on those, they were actually coming off, so when I put them on those little corners, I had to put the adhesive first and then the bling on top. So these are the tags. These are basically all the tags that I made. And there you go. Welcome back, my little crafty monsters. So that's exactly how we did that little Shabby Chic flip tag swap, and it was super easy. I mean, you guys have seen me do this before. This is just a different theme, and it was just to give you guys kind of an idea with the Shabby Chic. It was a little vintage Shabby Chic, but still, nevertheless, still Shabby Chic. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, and also to tell a friend and share the video. And stay tuned for more upcoming tutorials, because we will be having a lot more. And that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. Goodbye.